the big thing is the face cam. Just personality, really. You got to show yourself. You can't just be making these boring posts that like everyone could see and it doesn't tell anybody anything about you. If people are following you, they want to know about you. It's like they're interested. So like give them what they want, which is like your personality and like put yourself out there.
Do you have tips for being better on camera? I feel like that's something I'm still learning every day. It's almost unnatural.
I'm still learning it too. I mean, just forget it's even there. Like you might notice I'm sitting right here. I'm looking out my window. Like obviously I'm looking at you a little bit too, but like when I'm talking, just kind of thinking about shit, I'm looking out my window just like into the sky and shit and just kind of forgetting the camera's there. Like this is just a normal conversation with you. I haven't talked to you in like a little under a year probably. So like it's good to catch up with you, and it's not even like we're kind of just think about it like you're just recording. Like don't even think about it. Like just think about you're just doing what you would be doing anyways, but it just happens to have a camera on you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and it's so much easier to actually interview people like you who I'm friends with and have known. We have a relationship that goes back versus some random.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, no, I get that. I would even be nervous if I was doing that. I haven't really done, like, I've done a couple interviews, but a lot of them have just kind of been me in the background with, like, another artist does it, like someone I'm producing for. But, yeah, no, I totally would imagine it'd be a little awkward. It's always awkward talking to people you don't really know that well. But sometimes it ends up good. Sometimes you end up having good, deep conversations with people, and you wouldn't think that that's how it would go.
Do you feel like you've come out of your shell a little bit in the past couple years?
Yeah, I do. I thank God. I put a lot of that up to God. Lately, you know, I used to be it's kind of deep, but my dog died like 2 years ago. I had no girlfriend. I had some friends, but no one I was super close with. My closest thing to me was my family, my dog. And my dog died like 2 years ago as a puppy when he was like a year old. He got cancer and died just randomly. And that really broke my heart and made me lose a lot of faith in the world and God. And just like, I always used to believe that things did happen for a reason, but I did lose a lot of faith when that happened. And I went through depression pretty heavily for a couple months. And I don't know what kicked me back into gear, but I will say making beats really helped me get through that. I had a couple friends, you know, I live with my roommate. Shout out to him. I don't live with him anymore, but he's a good guy. But there's this one kid named Liam. Me and him would lock in almost every day, just cook up, make beats. And that really got me through what I was going through. And I don't know, and I don't remember what ended up happening, but I got that restoration of faith, and like I started believing that, you know, I got a path to follow, and as long as I keep putting in the work and what I believe that I should be doing, if I'm doing that every day and consistently just doing what I think that I should be doing, which is making music and putting myself out there, that God will lead the way, kind of, and He has. Obviously, I'm not where I want to be yet, and I got a really long way to go, but the progress I've made in the past, like 2 years, it is pretty, to me, it's mind-blowing because, you know, I'm farther than I'd ever been as, like, a musician before this, and I just did this in the past 2 years, you know.
I don't think we've ever talked about this before. So you do believe in a God, a higher power?
I do. So I don't believe in like a man in the sky that's just watching down on everyone, but I do believe a higher power. That's how I would put it for sure. I believe that there's something, whatever made this earth or whatever the reason we're here, there's something that's maybe not watching over us, but there is something that leads this world, and there is like a higher power, like you put it.
Did that just pop up on your end, like a thing that went like that?
No, what? Did you put your thumbs up?
Dude, a thumbs up just popped up on my screen right after you just said like such a good quote. That was so random.
Hell yeah. maybe God's watching down on us, bro.
I should have asked you before. Is there anything that you want to talk about, promote, stuff you're working on, something that's on your chest, just in general?
No, I'm glad we brought up like the like me like the path I'm going now, because there's like definitely I just like my bad, I'm eating a little pizza, but I just like spitting game with you, you know, just going back and forth wherever the conversation leads. I was really just happy to talk to you. So whatever you want to talk about, really, it's always a good conversation with you.
Definitely. There's some people, I don't know if you've ever had this, because I was thinking back on when did I even first meet you? How did we start running around in the same circle? And there's some people in my life that I actually can't really remember the moment. It just kind of clicked, and we've just been going ever since.
Mm-hmm.
But do you ever have that? Like certain people that you just, it's almost like you're kind of just catching back up where you left off.
That's how I feel with you, bro. I mean, I think we met at the studio one day or something, but shit, I feel like we don't talk a lot, but I've always been like, felt like we're close. Like, you're a really good dude, and I know I can always be open with you and stuff. Other than you, man, I mean, I'd just say like the people I have in my circle right now. I mean, I can say I can remember like a lot of times like where I met. I remember meeting like Jace. I met him at the studio. It's funny because I met most of my closest people that I'm close with right now in the studio, which is funny. I'd say actually almost everybody that I'm close with right now I met in the studio.
Yeah, all people going down a similar path for sure.
Yeah, and that's really one of the reasons that's led me to progress as far as I have so far, is because I'm surrounding myself with the people who have that same goals as me, and we all want to see each other succeed. It's like nobody's like envious of the other, you know?
Yeah, and
I want to see my maybe not just as bad as I want it myself, because I want it real, real bad. But I want to see my brothers succeed almost as bad as I want to see myself succeed. And they know that because, you know, like Benny, me and him, we're really close still, and he's a really good dude. But he knows I get on his ass every once in a while because I just like we disagree on something or whatever it is, and he knows it's out of love. If I get on my people, it's like if I feel like you're not doing what you should be doing or like on top of your shit, I'll get on you. And like I'm not just calling Benny out specifically. I'm just saying every once in a while, me and him will have like a conversation where it's like, what are we doing, you know? And like that's big for me to have people around me that I can be honest with and that'll be honest with me.